Alrighty, my friends, the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, and that is Wrenchworks giveaway number 9 official winner announced. Randy Bombass from Virginia is our official winner of Wrenchworks giveaway number 9. I'm just going to let you know that you are the official, unofficial winner of Wrenchworks giveaway number 9, man.
That is effing awesome.
Alrighty guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video here. Again, if you guys have been following along, we've been down at Muldoon's Performance Transmissions working on the dually, working on a couple different things, but we used to call this thing the clap gen because it's not quite mint yet. But in the progression of this truck, you guys saw the last thing we did was we second gen swapped it, we put it on the dyno. Obviously, I think any horsepower over stock you run into needing a transmission, to be completely honest. So bone stock transmission in this truck. We've got some big plans for the truck, but the transmission is not going to hold up to any more abuse than what we're about to put it through right now. So we're down here with John from Muldoon's Performance Transmission. You guys know John and I go way back, and we're gonna build this thing. So what do we got? Stage?
Yeah, we're putting our stage 3 in this truck. Just our out of the box stage 3 transmission, billet input, billet intermediate, billet output shaft, triple disc converter, high pressure valve body, and all the other goodies to go along with it. That's going to make sure Greg can support his future horsepower goals.
So we're gonna get this thing out, we're gonna build it, we'll show you guys the pieces and parts that go in it, but again, if you guys need transmissions, units, or parts, doesn't matter. Our man John here, again, has proven time and time again to be the man, in my opinion, on transmission stuff. So again, parts, units, Newcastle, Delaware is where John is located at, but we're gonna get to tearing this thing out. Hopefully all the bolts come out because this is a Northeast truck. We'll torch them out if we have to, but we're gonna get this thing out and build this transmission. How to remove a transmission if the truck came from the Northeast. Eric, how'd the fluid look?
Pretty clean.
Mint cherry? Literally?
Yeah.
Not too bad?
No, not at all.
We don't have that many burnouts on this one yet. This thing might need a couple other things while we're in here, but I'm gonna help Eric here get this thing out too. Someone's been in this. That's too new of a label. Find anything crazy over here? Ooh, those aren't factory parts, are they?
No.
Somebody put those in?
Yeah.
Somebody just rebuilt it, what it looks like?
Somebody did
recently?
Pretty recent, I would say just a nice upgraded stock build, I guess you could say.
Right.
right, so we got the valve body out of Greg's 48 out of the 03, and we're doing a stage 3 build on this transmission. So Eric already got the castings broken down, flat sanded, and we did our milling and everything we want to do on this valve body because it's a stage 3 to give it a more competitive and aggressive shift. The street valve body that you would find in our Tomax, we don't set up as aggressively. So, you know, this valve body requires a couple additional steps. We have to throw it in the Bridgeport. So once that whole process is done, you know, we vacuum checked it. It was pulling low vacuum. And when that happens, we need to put the oversized valves in. So we reamed out the valves that, you know, needed to be addressed. And now we're going to furnish the valves in the casting and double check our vacuum readings and see where we're at. Once that's done, we're going to put all the channel castings together. We're going to put the electronics on the valve body, put the rooster comb and all the filter and everything, run it on our dyno, make sure everything is running as it should be, and then we know it's ready to go in Greg's new transmission. So these valves are pulling pretty low vacuum. One of them was down to 5 inches of mercury, and I think the other was around 10. So a couple areas we checked, we knew right off the bat had to be addressed. Greg, can you do me a favor, hit that switch on the vacuum pump there? Boing. So let's see where we're at now. All right, so we're above 16 there. Above 16 there. Oh yeah, like almost 24 there. History of testing, I can see how fast that gauge applies, and I can get a feeling.
Gotcha.
See
okay.
How hard the gear shift's going to be. But no, I mean this just shows you it works. You know, all of our gears work. We have fourth gear, we have lockup. We know our transducer is reading. Like this tells me right now we don't have any forward applying part. This tells me, you know, the valve body works. It's good to go.
All right, guys, so like John said in the beginning of the video, we are going with a stage 3 in the 03 build. You guys have seen us build a lot of stage 4s, actually, kind of max effort builds. We don't need quite that, but we do have some big horsepower goals for down the line for the 03. So we're going with the stage 3. I want John to kind of explain a little bit of the stage 3, kind of why it's a little bit different, some of the parts, some of the pieces. So we're going to take it over. John's going to take it over, but you guys have seen us pull it out, kind of tear it down. Wasn't really in bad shape, but we didn't really know what was in there. Completely stock. That truck only has 160 on it, but it looked like somebody had been in there at one point. So we got it torn down. Nothing real crazy on the tear down. You guys saw us kind of rebuild the Muldoon's Magic valve body, but we're gonna go over some parts and pieces. Take it away, John.
All right, to start off this build, our stage 3 is a full billet build. So it's gonna have the billet input shaft, the billet intermediate shaft, and the billet output shaft. Having those 3 shafts upgraded in that transmission is going to ensure that it's going to withstand that high horsepower, high torque torture test, because you're removing all the weak links. You know, they're upgraded shafts and they can really take the abuse. Coming over here, we've got the billet flex plate. We've got a triple disc Suncoast torque converter that Suncoast makes for us with a damper, high pressure valve body, and some of the transmission rebuild components we have here are going to be all of your clutches, We're going to do the thrust washers, the Torrington bearings in the overdrive section, oil pump bushing, direct drum bushing. We have the output shaft bearing, overdrive sprag, low reverse case sprag. Overdrive sun gear is a common wear item. A lot of times you'll get pitting on these gears, so they almost always need to be replaced now. And we're going to do the low reverse band, second gear band, upgraded servo cover, upgraded accumulator piston, billet lever, billet strut, and billet anchor. We also do a double deep pan on this build for more fluid capacity. When you're running that higher horsepower, it's always nice to add a little bit more fluid, helps keep things cool. You can also increase your service interval as well.
One thing that I also did forget to mention in the beginning of this clip here too, John, you just got done redoing your website here fairly recently, right? So whether you guys want a full build, complete, done, drop-in ready, either here or shipped to you guys, John has now kind of got it dialed into where all of the parts and pieces for all the different stages are on his website. So we'll kind of throw up some tags. That way, if you guys are more of a DIYer, you guys want to get involved with some of this stuff, parts and pieces wise, valve bodies you guys have been doing separate, but parts and pieces, again, if you kind of want the recipe, the Muldoon's magic recipe, all that stuff is online that you guys can kind of check out and go over yourself. But that's the stage 3. Pretty much ready to start building, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
Here we go, stage 3. Well, just like that. What is it, you know? Couple minutes, that's all it takes to build one of these bad boys.
Yeah, we had a couple Red Bulls.
Yeah, a couple Red Bulls and, you know, a couple time lapses, and we have a stage 348 here. So not really much to say. Everything's built to Magic John's recipe here, and we're ready to really put it back in the truck, right? Anything, I mean,
Yeah.
tolerances, checks, I mean,
Yep.
you run through everything that you normally do.
Oh yeah, air checked everything. Clutch clearances are set. Final assembly end play is set. Got our bands adjusted. Everything's new. Everything's fresh. Going to put the converter in. Fill the converter up with a little fluid. Get it going up in the 3rd gen.
Yep, so I think one thing, we'll walk over to the truck and kind of show you a couple things on the truck that we maybe didn't show before we go ahead and slap this in. But as far as transmission wise, the transmission's all done. Some truck things that we needed to address, maybe some things that you might want to look at while you're putting a transmission in. We'll go over that before we stab this bad boy in, but transmission's done. A couple things on the truck side, like I mentioned, as you can see, this truck being from the Northeast, having some miles on it, you can kind of, you want to check the condition of your lines, obviously, when you put a new transmission in. It kind of goes without saying, right? You don't want to put a nice fancy stage 3 in and have these lines. So we are going to end up replacing at least just this one line. Some other ones we might need to address in the future, but this one's pretty bad, which is the pressure line. So John really only likes to put in OEM lines on these steel ones. So we're going to go ahead and replace that. But as you can see, we've got our billet flex plate installed. Our rear main looked pretty good, and we're ready to kind of put that in. Now, one big thing that I think a lot of people overlook, and John, you can nod and yell yes over there, but drive shafts and U-joints play a bigger role in transmission longevity than you think. So if you have U-joints that are bad or binding, they can actually cause like harmonic vibrations that will kind of put their way back up into the transmission and actually end up hurting things. So this front U-joint over here on our front drive shaft is a little clickety clackety. So
yeah, if we look at the cardan joint, which is actually the joint in between, a lot of drive shaft shops will skimp doing this and they'll just do the universal joints, which may have happened here. You can see this is supposed to be a smooth transition, and you can see this thing is just, it's kind of binding up and getting hung up, and it's got a tight spot right there.
It's got a spot
where it's getting stuck, and that can lead to a vibration, and eventually if this thing comes apart, it turns into a ram underneath the truck.
a nightmare.
This will stay affixed to the front axle, and this will break free, and this thing's just spinning around and beating the transmission case, and it'll take out the fuel lines, the wiring harness, brake lines. It's pretty much a doomsday event when that thing fails. You're on the side of the road, you know, hole with this in the side of your brand new
Leaking fluid, everything.
It's a nightmare.
It's a big deal. So we might actually have to go SEMA mod for a little while with no front drive shaft until we kind of get that taken care of and fixed. And really, I mean, you guys just put completely new shafts in them, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you're by the time you go through all of it and do everything, so it needs a new front drive shaft. The rear drive shaft right here, we did end up putting new U-joints. I'm not sure, you've probably heard, you guys have heard this thing squeaking probably since we got it, and that was because of a U-joint. So we got new U-joints in the back, we'll be good there. But again, the factory flex plates are kind of a very, very known weak point. So do not put a transmission that you care about a whole lot with this flex plate in your truck. So a couple things on the truck side, and we're ready to go. Yeah! we are, we're test driving. We're getting ready for a test drive. Oh, when John's driving, yeah, seatbelts are definitely required. Hey John, remember that one time I came down here when you had your silver truck? And we went over the railroad tracks and...
Oh, yeah. And you're like, can I put this up on YouTube? And I was like, yeah, we broke an input shaft. Like a watt hit. Mach speed watt hit.
It was definitely Mach. It was definitely Mach.
Yeah, was that paddle shifter?
I can't remember.
Oh, that was fun though.
Lesson learned on, you know, you don't want to load and unload your suspension while you're going ham, because that sends things through drivetrain.
Shock load. But we're about to check these line pressures. We got our wireless transducer. Come on.
Wow, check that out.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
I was gonna say, I was like, where's the scanner? Where's the cord? Where's the cable?
Oh, we're 2022 now.
Wow. So what are we actually checking for on, you know, a little test drive pressure check? Basically pressures throughout the gears.
Yeah, let me stop. So in the tranny instructions, you'll see that we like to get a baseline pressure at idle. Anywhere between 75 and 90 pounds is normal. And we also like to, you know, running it wide open throttle on the jack stands is a little sketchy. Oops, someone's trying to pull out. So we,
Or a lot sketchy.
A lot sketchy, yeah. So we just recommend, you know, you put it up on jack stands, you make sure you have that pressure between 75 to 90 pounds. And, you know, from there, go out and drive it and check your line pressures. I think, okay, this thing's super nice. I was thinking the kickdown cable was a little too tight, but that one too felt spicy. And, you know, make sure your pressures are looking good. Go out and test it. Make sure you have some line rise when you're giving it gas. So when I give this thing some gas, see the pressures jump up there? That means that our kickdown cable's hooked up, or if it's a later truck, our servo motor is doing its job. And, you know, don't go crazy going wide open throttle. Make sure you have some line rise, get it through all the gears. I like to bring it back, check the fluid level, and then if everything's looking good, that's when I go check my wide open throttle pressures. Obviously do it in a safe environment. Don't go...
This is not a public street, obviously.
No.
Money. I love it. Nothing like crispy shifts.
Oh, dude.
Well, that is pretty much going to wrap up the 03 Stage 3 build behind us. Everything looked good. Test drive went well. No issues, no leaks, no problems. This thing is ready to party now and kind of get the horsepower side of it taken care of. But again, huge thank you to John. John, again, parts, full builds.
It's all available on the website. Soup to nuts, whatever you really need. If you're looking to build your 47, your 48, RH or RE, pretty much all the parts in the catalog for this Stage 3 build are available on the website. And then we've got some 68 parts available for you as well, for sure.
That's it. Like I said, guys, John is your man. Whether you have a 48, a 68, Dodge transmission related, John and Muldoon's Performance Transmission is your spot. Stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. We've got plenty more to come, but we're ready for some horsepower and we're ready to rock. We'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Alrighty, my friends, the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, and that is Wrenchworks giveaway number 9 official winner announcement. As you can see, we are not in our shop here. We're traveling for the holidays. Hopefully you guys have a chance to get some time off and spend some time with your friends and family as well. So just so you guys know, our backdrop's a little bit different for this one just because of the holidays. So we're about to make someone's holiday that much better. Wrenchworks giveaway number 9 official winner announcement. Our 2018 Ram 3500 6-speed Cummins, the brand new Diamond C trailer, and 10 grand in cash. So that ran from November 11th to December 12th. That was your window to get in and get entered for your chance to win. So we're gonna get a hold of our winner and let you guys know who that is. Real quick, our third-party sweepstakes company takes care of all of our legal stuff. As you guys know, they take care of our winner selection. We have have nothing to do with any of that. So without further ado, and again, thank you guys to all of you who enter. If you missed this one, Wrenchworks giveaway number 10 coming at you early 2023. They keep getting bigger, they keep getting better, and we appreciate that. So Randy Bombass from Virginia is our official winner of Wrenchworks giveaway number 9. So Randy has not heard from anyone. My voice and our interaction here is going to be the first time that Randy is being told that he is the winner of Wrenchworks giveaway number 9. So let's give him a call and let him know that his holiday and his 2023 is going to look a whole lot different with that entire setup being his. So let's give Randy from Virginia a call. Super pumped. Probably one of my favorite giveaways and setups that we have done. So let's give Randy a call. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Randy?
Yes, it is.
Randy, this is Greg from Wrenchworks. How are you, my friend?
Awesome. This is an awesome call if I think it is what it is.
Well, yep, this is the call that you probably think it is. I'm just going to let you know that you are the official, unofficial winner of Wrenchworks giveaway number 9, man.
That is effing awesome.
Yeah.
I love the single cab long beds.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome to hear. I'm sure you're getting ready for the holidays, but hopefully that news makes it pretty epic.
Dude, that is like the best Christmas gift ever.
I'm sure, man. I'm sure. That's awesome. Heck yeah. I'm sure it's new and fresh, but you have any big plans for everything?
I've been wanting a tow rig for a while.
Okay.
So, I have a 5th gen 4Runner that I've been wanting to put a solid axle underneath of the front.
Okay.
But I needed a reliable daily driver, and I think that standard cab would be awesome for that. And
Awesome, man. Did you ever think that it was even possible?
No, I did not.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate it, Randy. We appreciate the support, so I will give you a call back here shortly. But congratulations, and we'll talk soon, man.
I do appreciate it. It's an awesome build.
Awesome, Randy. Well, we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Whew. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. I'm not sure if you guys can like see me shaking when I'm holding the phone, just because every single time that I call a winner, it is a wild experience. So you heard probably most of that conversation. Randy sounds like an absolutely awesome dude. He's got a 4Runner that he wants to solid axle swap. So that's awesome. That is really, really cool. Sounds like he's got a good use for the setup, and man, I'm super pumped, super excited. So you guys will see him. We'll get him to the shop. He will pick that up from the shop, and we'll kind of document all that on the YouTube channel for you guys to see the entire process and everything. So look forward to that probably soon. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Again, if you guys missed this one, the next one's running early 2023. So that's a wrap. Again, thank you guys for all of your support. Appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next giveaway. See ya.